Hey everyone, it's Ansley here from Teen Music Insider, and as you know, I just started partnering with We Are Possible for the hashtag Teens Helping Teens campaign, and this is my
little sister Mia. I'm also the younger face of TMI.
So we wanted to do an exclusive interview with Mia since she's becoming the younger face of TMI because we know her story will hashtag Teens Help Teens.
Okay.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Mia. I'm 13. I live in Beverly Hills, California. I am a junior board member on the We Are Possible project. I'm also the younger face of TMI. And that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. So can you start off this interview with telling us the hardest obstacle you've had to overcome?
The hardest obstacle that I've had to overcome would probably be my grandfather being murdered in 2015. This was really difficult for me because it showed how crazy and how people really don't care about other people. And that's part of the reason why I like the We Are Possible project and TMI so much, and the hashtag Teens Helping Teens is because if everyone was nice, that wouldn't have happened. And as much as I love my family and I'm happy with how my life is right now, that was probably the hardest 2 years of my life.
As you guys know, I'm really close friends with Mia, and she has talked about this with me in private. For her to open up about this is really impressive, and I commend you for that. And can you just tell us how that affected you emotionally?
It was really hard. I went through phases of being depressed. I went through phases of cutting. I went through phases of pulling out my hair, constant panic attacks, not feeling well, throwing up. At one point, I even tried to block out my close family because I was so scared, including my mom, my brothers, my dad. I tried to block them out. That also kind of led to my bullying. And since my grandpa died, I have gotten bullied terribly. But what I always do is I try to stay strong. Of course, my social anxiety doesn't help that, but I just try to remember just to be you, and if people don't like you, then they don't need, you don't need them in your life. Only keep the people who's important to you in your life. Everyone else you don't need in it. So if they're gonna start drama, just leave it. And it was really hard on me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It was really hard for me to go to school. It was hard for me just to get up in the morning. It was hard for me to sleep. It was hard for me to even talk to my mom the same. And so this affected me crazy.
Wow, that's so crazy to hear that people would start bullying you when you're in that situation. What kind of bullying came out of that?
I got all kinds of bullying. I got the typical "you're ugly, you're fat" stuff. I also got the "your whole family's a drug dealer, they're gonna come kill you now." I got the "your parents are gonna die next." I got the typical pushing and tripping and stuff. And then also a really big rumor that was going around my school that everyone in the school knew about was that my grandpa wasn't a victim of homicide. He committed suicide to get away from me because he didn't want to be around me any longer. And that was probably one of the hardest things I've heard. I would go home crying almost daily. Me and my mom would I couldn't look at her the same. She couldn't look at me the same. My family was just kind of broken. And at school, I would cry to my mom and beg her not to make me go. It was so bad. It was terrible. It was probably the worst 2 years of my life.
Mia, you know that's one of the deepest stories that we've heard in these course of Teens Helping Teens campaign. And you were telling us about the bullying in school, but how was home during all of this?
My home life. That wasn't always the best either. As much as my mom tried and as much as she wanted to be there for me, she couldn't, and I couldn't be there for her. And so I spaced myself. I spaced myself from my friends, from my family, from everyone I loved and cared about. I couldn't control myself. I would have panic attacks at least 3 times a day. I would freak out and I'd start yelling at my mom. I would freak out and yell at my brothers. I would yell at my dad because I was just so scared. So that wasn't always the best either. I'm sorry.
No.
It really affected my family, and all of my family just got so upset, and we've never dealt with anything like that. And like, as much as like obviously we're good right now, it was so hard, but I overcame it, and I keep on going, and
You're stronger
I'm gonna
for
keep
today
on
for
going.
it.
Yep. Okay.
What advice do you have for teens going through the same thing you went through?
Don't be afraid to get help. I was really afraid to get help. I was afraid to talk to my mom. I was afraid to talk to my brothers. I was just afraid to talk. To this day, I still don't like talking. But it's something that I'm getting used to. So just don't be afraid to get help, and always stay true to who you are, and just know that like family is forever, and that your family will always be there in the end, and that they love you, and that I love you, and I support you, and that there's always going to be someone there for you.
So what does Teens Helping Teens really mean to you?
The hashtag Teens Helping Teens really means to me, and I'm just going to say it how it is. Don't be a dick. Don't bring people down when they're already going through things, because you never know what they're going through. Someone could be going through something terrible, and then what you say to them could just make them go off the edge and complete suicide, and nobody wants that. If I could have it my way, everyone would be nice to everyone. So just please stop being a dick to each other.
That was very blunt, but very well said. And the truth of life.
And the truth of life.
1, 2, 3. Don't
And
be
the
a
truth
dick.
of life.
Don't be a dick.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Hashtag don't be a dick.
Yeah. Do it.
We should make that a hashtag.
1, 2, 3.
Hashtag don't be a dick.
I have to start over. I had the door open. I didn't hear the crows. Sorry.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
F is for friends. Okay.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. Okay.
Thanks so much for.
Oh, sorry. Go again. I like bragging about you guys.
Blub, 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 blub. That feels really weird on my
3,
lips.
2, 1, go.
Thanks so much for opening up. Your interview is definitely going to be one of the strongest, and we just want to.
My eyes really itchy.
I
I was just sitting there staring at
Our
him like
bloopers are going to be like, especially with like Cam and JC.
He was
and
like-
stuff, our bloopers are going to be through the roof.
Okay. We just,
Action!
oh my gosh! Every time you do that, we just want to thank you. Your interview is definitely going to be one.
We have to redo that. Okay.
We just want to thank you, Mia, and we know you've been thrown into this line of work with what your mom does, and you know I love you. And can I get a hug?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Hashtag Teens Helping Teens.
Akuna Matata.
Matata. Oh wait.
Hashtag don't be a...
Hashtag don't be a dick.
Do you want to do your song? I think you two should out of everyone.
Because it's us.
Yeah, it's just you two. Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
I have my phone. Ha-la-la-la.
I didn't. Let's put it all the way up. That way it's even. I didn't do that. Put that one all the way up. The front one.
I did.
Somebody...
The front one, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Wait. I will tell you.
Wait.
I'll hold that. I still like their exit to it. And Ray, if you decide you want to jump in, please feel free. I am your pals.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
They both run like fuck. Yeah, she can get Fifi easier. You guys should just both do a little bow. Bow out. No, a little bow out. 1, 2, no, we're just above your head, bow out. Like I said, I can't fall on the couch.
Can't promise what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's like, Ansley, a little in front of the screen, do your little.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh my gosh.
You can't see it. Just hold each other by the back of your heads, like, just hold each other. Oh.
You are too excited.
But now I just want you to close it because of how much you love each other and how much you're family.
Love you.
Love you. Oh my god, I almost fell. Okay, bye.